Which factors within college rankings are worth paying attention to? I have two, and only two, that I think are worthy within the US News survey. That is the gold standard, and it is what employers pay attention to for overall rankings. It's what many graduate school programs pay attention to for overall rankings. Within the rankings, though, deserves your attention, at least in part. The two factors in the US News survey that I think are important are one, student selectivity, and two, alumni giving. Student selectivity indicates the caliber of students that are going to be around you should you get in and select that school. They are the highest scorers, if it's on SAT or ACT, highest performers grade wise. They're diligent, they're successful. And being around successful kids, you're going to be semi successful at least if you get in. And being in a cauldron of success minded fellow students is good. The second is only given 3% weighting by US News, but I think is highly important. It is percentage of alumni donations. It's the best indicator of someone's satisfaction with their school following 4 years at the school, okay? Now, alumni can range from just recently graduated to graduated 40, 50 years ago. The amalgamation of alumni who say they donate to their school, it is not based on the amount that they donate. It is the percentage of alumni who graduate and give back to the school. That to me is very important. We don't have other signs of whether the school is doing its job well. This is a pretty good one. Now, let me give you two factors that I think are not worth paying attention to. They're almost inversely important in school selection. One is faculty to student ratio. And a lot of colleges are proud when that is high, when there's a lot of faculty members for a group of 100 students. I don't care. I want good faculty members, so good that students flock to them in large classes. If you have a professor who is so energetic, revealing, insightful, that 200 students every semester want that professor's class, that maybe it's closed down because it's filled up to capacity, that's a sign of a good teacher. And yes, it's a 1 to 200 ratio. Fine. By comparison, when you see a 1 to 8 ratio, okay, this is a discussion class. This is a class, and if a college is abundant with them, you're not going to get much learning done. You're going to be speaking with other students. They're going to be sharing their experiences instead of learning from the 40-year-old PhD, or maybe not even PhD, but the person who is there to teach. Low faculty to student ratios are what you want for kindergartners, okay? They need more attention. 20-year-olds in college do not. They need good learning, and assuming they have the discipline to not be sloughing off in a lecture, they're going to get the most out of it with a few select, really good professors that are really good and have people flocking to them. All right, the other, I think, is the other wrongly incentivized criteria. That's the one about number of PhDs, or the percentage of faculty members who've earned the highest education possible. Usually that's a PhD. In some fields, you can't quite get there. So the highest possible degree, how many or what percentage of them are teaching undergrad students? Here's why I don't care. It's because in this day where practical education is important, adjunct professors, they don't have PhDs. Part-timers, non-professors, they are professionals who come one afternoon a week to share their experience from science, from business, from their laboratory. They're the best people to learn from, whether they have a PhD or not. Indeed, the PhD holder is esteemed for her or his research. Well, that's cloistered in a college campus. It's no longer full-time engineering, full-time lab science, full-time in the financial field. They're not doing that anymore. How could they be as expert in the modern goings-on of business as those who come and share their expertise from otherwise a 40-plus hour week in business? Look to those factors, look away from some factors, and I hope to help you make a good choice. Ivybound.net is a good choice for getting in the first place. We have tutors who are good at propelling students' scores to whatever universities they're choosing.